Here we are again, working on the Trailboss 325. I'm here with my companion, Owen Elgin. Hey, O.
Hi.
You gonna help me fix the quad today?
Yeah.
Alright, show me where the switch is. Show me what's broken. Why isn't this thing starting?
Because of the switch.
The switch. Yeah, this switch is a big problem. For any Polaris owners that have older Polarises that may have spent some time outside, you may have a problem where when you're trying to start your quad, you're going to have a hard time starting it. You may think, oh, maybe the starter's bad, or maybe the electrical connection's bad, maybe it's a solenoid. Well, one thing I noticed is when I was riding on the trails before the switch failed, with the light on, I noticed that if I wiggled the switch just right, when in the run position, that the lights would turn on. But then they'd turn back off again, and when the quad stalled out of me once, or when I turned it off, it wouldn't start for me again. So what I was doing is, you have to put it up like this, and you got to find the sweet spot to get it to crank over, which is, in all honesty, a really big pain in the butt, especially if you're on the trail and your pull start binds and stuff. It just turned into a thing. See that? So obviously my switch is bad, and you can see right here, when I switch it to the left side, it wouldn't turn off unless I wiggled the switch. So obviously we got a bad switch problem. So what I did is I went out and I ordered a new switch. Now, if you have the same style Polaris that I do, where you got to push up on the switch to get it to start, you got to find the proper switch to buy. Alright, let me show you the difference between the two switches. You can see on this switch, you have two off modes for the switch itself. You have run and then off, and then push up to start. That's what you want for this kind of switch for this Polaris. What I did is I wasn't really paying a lot of attention, and apparently there are certain model years, maybe the Polaris 330s, this is a 325 from 2001, and apparently there's a difference between the two of them. You can see the switch looks very similar, but the one thing you see that's different is it says nothing about pushing up for run, for starting, like this one does. See the difference? So just keep in mind when you're going to go out and buy a new switch for your Polaris 325i with that funky start switch, that you need to look for the proper parts. Now this one right here is a pure Polaris part. It says pure Polaris on it. And the part number on the one you're not supposed to buy, there it is this, 4010591. Alright, do not buy that part. Look for the other part, and I will put it in the description, the actual part number. This one is a 4010262. Alright, that's what you want to buy for this style Polaris. And the cool thing about this is it's really easy to take off and install. All you gotta do is take off a cap right here. Alright, there's a little cap right there, and inside that hole there's an Allen key. You loosen that Allen key, and you take off the hand grip, which we've already done. Slide off the hand grip, and then you just basically slide this out, and you disconnect the two connectors right under here. They're real easy. You just press up, they slide right off, and then you can just replace it. And if you have that great conductive grease stuff, it doesn't hurt to squirt a little bit in there, just to keep the moisture out of your switch, to keep the corrosion off your pins, and then voila, you'll be in good shape. So if you're having a hard time getting your Polaris quad started, before you go and start replacing the more expensive things like, you know, the solenoid, which is down here by the battery, that's for your starter, or the battery itself, which is kind of a pain to get to, troubleshoot your switch first, and make sure it's not your switch, because there's no sense in fixing all those things if it's not necessary. Okay, we just replaced the switch, and I'm going to show you just how well it works. Put it to on. Works perfect now. And my lights work. Very happy with it. I got my LED lights on the bright switch. So when you turn the bright switch on, turns on the LED spot lamps, and this one also goes right as well. But yeah, works good. Very happy with it. And it sure turns off when you turn it off. Very happy. Just so the viewers know, it's an 1/8 inch Allen key to take off this right here. All you gotta do is loosen it, and when you take it off, you can see that there's a little coupler right here, and you can see mine's a little cracked because this thing went on its back last year. But what that piece does is it slides into the aluminum casing here for part of your brake handle, and it keeps this from turning. This actually sits inside here. There's some tabs that I guess pick this up, and it holds this in place so it doesn't turn on you. Alright, so just a couple pointers for you. Yeah, so just so you can anticipate what it costs, this is a $130 switch. Found it on eBay. The difference between that switch and this switch is about $30. That's a $100 switch. So, like I say, just be careful when you're buying. Be sure about what you buy. And that was a fix. Everything works great. Very happy with it. Can't wait to hit the trails again. Alright, everybody, have a good day. Best of luck to you.